I'm not gonna lie, like there was a lot of fear that kicked in. I think with like everybody, the uncertainty, not knowing if we were gonna have sales coming through, what was gonna happen with all of our staff and our employees. And so there was for me especially, there was about a 4-hour period of just fear. And, after that 4 hours, I kind of used that fear and I was like, we gotta find a way out of this. My name is Gil Carlos and this is Carly McKenzie, and we are from the Bro'Kin Yolk. And the Bro'Kin Yolk is a unique breakfast place where you can come together with your friends and family and just enjoy a very comfortable, homey experience. We try to support as much local businesses as possible. Like our coffee program is Fratello, which is a local roastery out of here. The gentleman that just left here owns the bakery that we use. And then we support a lot of local how-to-write colonies that are just outside of the city. And then like everything we get is primarily from either Alberta or like within Western Canada.
So like the main thing we value is family, because it's also in our name. Like Bro'Kin is for kinship, so family is kind of like our biggest value, I think. And then everything else just kind of plays into it, like honesty, hard work, being accountable, being self-motivated, and just being kind in general to everyone that comes through that door.
It feels unbelievable to think that like we are able to provide a product that is actually allowing other businesses to continue running and allowing other businesses to continue growing in this pandemic. I look at Bro'Kin Yolk as an amazing example of this. They're in the restaurant industry, which is an industry that is, overall hurting quite a bit. But the way that Gil and Carly have been able to innovate on the restaurant industry, create amazing food, pivot and adjust during this pandemic, I think it's something that's really inspiring to see, and I'm so proud that Devon Lang is able to be a part of that journey for them and seeing them continue to grow and even expand during this pretty insane time that we're living in right now.
I think the first weekend when masks were mandatory by the bylaw, the first couple masks we had tried on, we were very uncomfortable, it was very hard to breathe. And then, long story short, I tried one on, and I was like, oh, this is really comfortable. And then, knowing Tyler, I messaged him like, hey, like if I wanted to purchase a lot of these for my staff, like what's the best way to go about these, and is there enough inventory? And so that was, knowing that we had to wear masks for an entire shift, I just said, I'm like, it's important to be comfortable, it's important to be able to breathe, and to just be happy. And so if masks are a part of our everyday lives moving forward, I'd rather be comfortable than not comfortable.
Our masks are made from modal, which is some of the softest fabric that's out there in the world right now. It's a very breathable fabric, and we actually lined the front of the mask with silver ions, and what those do is they're anti-odorizing and antibacterial. So it's a really great addition that we have in our mask that you can't get in every other mask that's out there.
His main concern when COVID all hit was that like, what can we do to support our team? And that I think was phenomenal. Instead of just going right off and like laying off everyone, it was a conversation. Like I spent 3 hours calling each one of the staff members and asking them what they needed and what they didn't need, and if they were willing to, take a couple months off work. And so I think the main focus with COVID was just making sure our staff were good as well.
Mental health is something that I think has been talked about throughout this pandemic a lot. And believe it or not, I think masks are a part of mental health. I think if you're going to be happy, you want a comfortable mask on. And so we really focus our attention on our team and making sure they are happy, they're successful. And so that includes wearing a comfortable mask that they feel comfortable in. And that's why we've chosen Devon Lang for to be our mask supplier.